pulse X for pulse chain are going to shaft themselves, and then you benefit from that.
Isn't it just easier to stake your coins?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And if that's the primary, it is.
Like, isn't that the whole reason like Hex was invented so you don't have to do all that crazy stuff? Like, if you're a big guy and you like, I could see some benefit from just taking fees. Like, you have a whole bunch of Hex and Icosa, and you'd like don't want to like nuke the price. You can get fees for providing liquidity or something. Like, but like for us like shitters, like I'm not sure if everyone does. I'm a self-appointed shitter. Like I just think it's just easier to stake your shit, bro.
It is. But if let's say you sacrifice pulse chain, which I did, so I'm probably going to stake it. But I do know that there's going to be a good proportion of the crowd that's going to try to get out as fast as possible. So I could take another $3,000, and then I could pair it up against the coin I think that they're going to exit out of into, and then you collect fees. And then I think at a certain point, they'll eat through your liquidity, and you'll end up with all of one side pulse X, and then you just have a fuckload of pulse X for no reason. Then you stake that.
Hey, whatever works for you, man. I just stake and just fucking chill, bro. Like all that extra shit's like kind of fucking nuts.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm somebody who isn't rich yet, so sometimes I have to make troll
Yo,
plays. You see?
yo, right next to you, brother.
Yeah. Troll.
Wouldn't you want to do the opposite though, bro? Like, wouldn't you want to like
Yes.
have all pulse? Because surely people that didn't sacrifice for pulse, then then sacrificed for pulse X so they could swap it, when it opens. Plus people
Yeah,
that get a copy of. Sorry, yeah, go on, go on.
yeah. That sounds logical. I was going to answer it because you already answered the question. But this sounds logical only because the thing is, I already have pulse X, so it's just from my perspective, I have to do what's best for my bag. And if I have other crypto and I need to buy the dip if I want to buy more pulse X because I got to do what's best for my bag, so I got to get more pulse X. I want to provide liquidity to a point to where when they sell into my pulse X, that basically it's almost like placing a limit order, and I get way more tokens than I should. And then I will have way more tokens of pulse X, and then I'll just stake all that, and I won't give a shit at that point. But that's basically how I'll do my entry. Is I'll wait till they get basically I'm taking a profit off of people's bearish attitude.
Can so wait, why
But if
aren't you
but if
doing like
people
90-day stakes?
if people swap their pulse X for pulse, you're gonna be filled the other way though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to be filled. I want to be. Yeah. Well, wait.
I
Well.
see. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what you want. Oh yeah, got you.
Yeah. I
Okay,
want that
yeah.
more of that coin. Yeah, because it's what's best for
Okay.
my bag.
Yeah, I
They may
see.
think that
I'm
it's
with you.
best for their bag, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Nice.
They feel like they've won, and I feel like I'm getting more of what's good for my bag.
Yeah,
Feelings
plus
matter above
fees
all.
along the way.
Yeah, you're right. Feelings. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see.
They may
It
think that
makes
it's
me
best
feel
for their
good
bag.
to liquidity provide. I don't do it for any other reason.
Well, well in this instance, it's me squeezing a few extra bucks and getting the coin that I want, and then stake and chill.
You know, uh, I guess there's multiple ways to walk down the street.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is you can do you can do simply watch it dip and then buy. That would be doing what I would do. But instead of watching the dip or paying attention at all, I'm just kind of essentially scooping as low as possible with no effort. It's actually easier than trading. You just have to learn how to do it. That's the hard part.
You should try staking and chilling more.
I am.
You know what?
I
I
just got my
noticed, and you know what? That's why I like you, War Dog.
I got my troll bag though. I got my stake chill and I got my troll bag.
Oh yeah, you got to have a little bit of a gamble bag, like for sure. I
Definitely,
was told something
definitely.
like less than 5% is okay. I try to keep it a little bit less. Like to just hold the good stuff.
Yeah, fortunately, I've been able to trade somewhat well. Somewhat well. Not as good as like let's say I just staked in chill waterfowl compound. Would I have more tokens and more money? Yeah. But have I also learned how to provide liquidity and other stuff? No. So
I'm just jealous that I don't know anything about it. I'll be real. I'm deflecting.
exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
genuinely
know.
don't. But people were like long, short, triangle with the candles red down Fibonacci, and I'm just like liquidity provided. There's this much liquidity above and below. I'm like, oh, dude,
Well, there
that's out
was
of my realm.
I was talking to one of he's like a day trader. His name's John S. And he whipped out Bitcoin and then he showed me that there was a way to provide. So basically, you provide money when it's going on the down, so they sell into you. And then he was able to somehow make money as soon as it started going upward. And I was like thinking this way that he learned how to trade, that as long as the token is going up or down, he's making money. And I'm just like, damn, that's where you want to be.
I'm sorry, War Dog. That just sounds like staking with extra steps
It is, it is,
and
it
like
is,
less
it is.
effective.
Sometimes, yeah.
I love how you're like, I can't do it the easy way, dude. I gotta do it the crazy way. I like it. I respect it.
Yeah. It is. It is. It's almost like it's almost like staking, and you're like, I'm staking it, and I'm assuming it's going to go up, and somehow you profit with that. It's like it's one's liquidity providing, the other one's selling limit orders.
So what are you like providing liquidity? Are you doing like Icosa or something? Or
No,
are you doing one of your shit coins?
you do a shit coin. You want to know what they're going to do. You want to know. You want to know. Like for example, let's say you know that there's a bunch of people who are swapping their Pulse Doge for their hex, but you want to pick two shit coins. So you don't want there to be very much liquidity because you want a bigger percent of the pool. So you basically get involved with that community and you figure out what tokens they're trading, and then you get the two smallest market caps, and then you take $1,000 and you know which one's going to win this war. You basically have them trade into it, and then you get the worst token, but you immediately once you get the worst token, you have more of the worst token, and then you just sell it on the chart. Then you stake it or something.
So what pair are you doing?
Well, right now, I only want new coins with low liquidity. So I only want.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Allergies.
it's harder to gauge what Icosa users are going to do. You got to also be able to predict the crowd, like the audience. Like, let's say, you know what a bunch of the Shibido users want to buy. You know what they're buying. So, but it has to be another altcoin. You got to find two altcoins. So when Pulse
What
chain
what
launches,
wait, what are Shiba Inu people trading their shit for? Oh, sorry.
I don't know, fucking hex. That's just a more predictable. That's just a more predictable crowd. But that's how you have to decide how. That's how you figure out how you're providing liquidity. You got to get to the most a singularity predictive crowd. So when Pulse chain launches, there's going to be Pulse Doge users. Well, Pulse Doge users like ASIC. So if they have a lot of Pulse Doge, they're gonna sell their Pulse Doge in to get ASIC, and they're gonna sell it at desperate levels. You just got to basically make sure that you're providing the liquidity for them to sell it in a desperate situation. So basically, you know that they're gonna weak hands. You're gonna have them weak hands into you. That's how you do it. It's two pairs. You know which one's gonna weak hands into the other one. Basically, you know they're gonna swing trade this token for this token, and you collect fees, and you get way more of the other token, and then you just sell it as soon as it goes back into its bull run. So it's like buying the dip, but then you bought the dip a little bit lower than anyone could have ever actually bought it, and that's what you do. but you have to
I
stake.
don't know, like Hex and Icosa together, because there's people always swapping between the two.
Really? There you go. That's yeah. So from Hex to Icosa, that'd be a good one.
Okay, that makes sense. Like I'm not running to the LP or anything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
for
of course
but-
not. But maybe in the future you get $1,000 and then you find a coin that you know that people are swapping, and then you see what it's like, because the returns is higher than APY. It's just not much higher than APY. Like this APY. This APY is crazy.
Yeah, I think we had like 0.75% or something yesterday. Fucking just in terms of Icosa, it was really high. Like I had to double check that. Or was that the other day? I can't remember.
Really funny is I'm in like a different chat where they talk about like buying and holding. First, that's what they do, because people buy and hold their tokens as Pulse Doge. So I piss them off because I'm compounding, I'm staking and chilling. I'm actually doing that. Like, it's just not in their token. And I'm talking about swing trading, and they're like, don't swing trade, you're gonna get fucked. Don't swing trade. I'm like, okay, well, I stake and chill and I swing trade. And eventually I look into liquidity providing. My mindset works. I have to generate as many different passive incomes as possible.
I guess there's multiple ways to screw in a light bulb.
Yeah, that's true. Mine takes 24 idiots.
Oh God.
I'm at like 9. I'm at like, let me see here. I'm at like 7 incomes now, and then next year I'm gonna have 12. No, 11. But whatever. I get these incomes very slowly, and it's like I'm like a money black hole. I'm attracting money. I'm letting it rain down on me.
And- how was your last few swing trades? Positive?
Oh,
Like everything's like going
yeah,
down like
they were
fucking
100.
like death. Like everything
They were
but
100.
like obviously like Icosa and
Oh, my swing
lots
trades are
of
juicy
still did really good.
because what happens is these are my swing trades are juicy though. Like, because I buy one time I bought
tell.
Pulse Doge. Oh yes, okay. I bought Pulse Doge at like it was like $3. It went at 50%, and then I saw Hex go down 20%, and I was like, oh boy, that's an 80% swing trade. So as soon as I clicked that button, I made $300. And then the next few days later, I saw another one, and it was like $150. I did this about 5 times, and then I stopped doing it because sometimes it gets very sweaty, like where I'm sitting there for fucking 12 hours staring at the screen, hoping it ticks up so that I know that when I click this button, I make money instead of lose money. So I stopped doing it. Now I'm staking chill. But I am still interested in some juicy swing trading. I just have to get my swing trade bag back up, but that will take time.
I did a little bit of swing in there for a little bit. Nothing like super insane, but like I get it. But like, man, then I like realized how like valuable like Icosa really is, and that's why I'm just like
Yeah.
being extra picky with what I like want to. Dude, like Icosa at 50 cents, bro. Like what the fuck? Or what is it now? I don't even know.
Yeah, I've actually been less attractive to swing trading because of the yield in this system, because the thing that was eating me up, even though like I was doing well, was just fees, and not paying gas fees and not giving a fuck uh, is great. Hence waterfall.
You know, one thing, as Richard, always goes back to our age, bro. But like, if gas fees keep getting bad or whatever, like there could be like higher ETH price as like something that happens maybe. So, who knows? There's a lot of inflation coming out in Icosa, so like the price can drop. But like, there are a lot of coins that really went high really quickly, even during times of high inflation. Could keep rolling.
I'm getting super high.
Meaning it'll cover your gas fees.
Yeah. I think that I think what is gonna be nice is that I I'm not really worried about the inflation. There'll become a point to where it'll inflate to such a degree that we're just gonna have like a lot of the Icosa as users, and I think that people here are going to be interested in exponential gains. And I think that this staking and chill system is this is probably the greediest staking I've ever seen. So I think that the token will actually
I like
rise.
that greediest staking. Like, I did say that this is rigged for the stakers. So yeah, I'll entertain that for sure.
It even has like a greedy mindset too, though, because what happens is when we get our Icosa back, we want to stake it, and we want to stake it for the minimum amount of time to get as much of the as possible. That's more time. I mean, adding 90 days for me holding tokens is a long time. So everybody who's getting their tokens are actually incentive to locking up their tokens. And honestly, when you go and look at like a coin's price appreciation, if you're like sitting there thinking your tokens dumping, you'd be like, oh, wait a minute, how about we just hold tokens? And Icosa, you don't have to tell us that. They know that they need to hold their tokens. They got to cook their little Icosa steak, and the price will go up because of that. We'll hold our damn tokens because that price go
Well,
up.
also remember, there's like people with like hex stakes. There's people with um like Icosa stakes, and the Hedron's liquidity has gotten thicker. So remember, there's also buy pressure from the other two pools. Like Icosa kind of got annihilated this set of auction, or after the past set of auctions, but like there is a chance that like uh that we see, like, because of the Icosa stakes coming out, and maybe even some people want to take penalties, the you might see like some real buy pressure to Icosa, which also is buy pressure to Hex.
Well, since I participate in Hedron and Icosa, I actually very not worried. And I was recently a project had mentioned to me, they were like, we need some you got to pay this gas fee to do this other part of the project. And I was thinking to myself, I could just sell my Icosa stake. And then I sat down all day long thinking about, man, no, fuck that shit. This Icosa is I would only get so I'd be selling Icosa for $40. That Icosa to me is worth more than 40 bucks in the future, and then basically I'm paying like 30 or $100 in gas fee or whatever this on this other thing. So I'm like, I can't dust that. It's weird. It's weird. The Icosa is so valuable to me that I'm not willing to even improve my other bags with passive yield. I just don't give a shit. I'll wait till the coin moons, and then I'll reposition my bags.
I think in this game, like, there's always benefits to like being able to not be staked and everything. But like, I look back at some of my swing trades. I was like, oh, dude, I got so fucking lucky there. Um, definitely not fucking skill on trade, bro. But like, dude, like this system, like you do you, man. Like I don't think it's the right thing, but like I like that you do your own thing.
Yeah, well, exactly. I remember you had said something a few days ago where you play your character, and sometimes I think to myself that I may be in the wrong position, but I'm just like, wait a minute, just keep doing what my bags are doing best.
Everyone's got their own pathway to success.
But I am gonna make it first in this ecosystem because that's just lucky me. But when I was I'm in a different ecosystem too. I was thinking to myself that I'm gonna make it in this ecosystem before I'm going to make it in my other ecosystem. So I should not use any of the economic energy from this ecosystem to participate in their ecosystem. It's like I'm not playing their little game because I can't, because this ecosystem is a better game to play.
I'll disagree there. It's the only game.
Okay, I don't think you're disagreeing here. Okay, whatever. It's close. I think that there is one other fundamentally troll way of making money, and I already did it, but I don't recommend it for others. It's buy.
Nope. No one wants to. No. If we have new people in here, don't give them fucking crazy advice. DCA
Okay.
stake.
Look, DCA stake chills all, but you already know what I'm talking about, so we won't go over it. There's no
like over and starts whining. He's like, "What's wrong, Dad?"
No super hyper degen play. Yeah, stake and chill. I would never do super hyper degen play.
I remember doing a few, and then there's a few of them I look back, I'm like, God, fucking stupid. But then you have, you once in a while get lucky. I got lucky once or twice, but wasn't like huge gains. I always put my stuff into like just stuff that I know is going to be around.
That's smart. I just dug deep and found something.
Amish, how are you, sir?
You're going well, thanks. Yeah.
I took the advice of an internet guru.
Oh God.
It worked out though because he wasn't a scammer. It was basically just go find something that's about to bust.
Wow. That's like the first rule of like investing is like, dude, just don't lose money, idiot. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's like I became whale and shit token. That was strat. It's kind of like I can't be a whale here, so I had to go be whale somewhere else.
Why can't you be a whale here?
Because they have more money than me, Watson. They have way more money.
Obviously, you haven't heard my game theory talks enough to understand that that's not the case.
I've heard what you've talked about. I just didn't craft a plan like that like you did. I'm the kind of guy that would try to buy Terra Luna after it dumped 120%. But I didn't do that because that was retarded. I just went and found some small project DeFi token.
Really retarded. Yeah, so many things were just gonna go to zero anyway. Like so many of these like things are just built on fucking like pieces of paper, like or like a house of cards are just bullshit. Like it's not secure at all.
Yeah, I know.
You got any input here? What's going on with you, brother man?
Yeah, I'm just chilling at the moment, just enjoying all the drama.
Yeah, okay.
War Dog, one day you're going to break and you're going to be like, you know what? Staking my coins is just like the better way. There's going to be a day and you'll be like, dude, you know what, Mike? You were right. 90-day stakes are pretty cool.
Already doing that.
Oh, okay.
You know what, Mike? I already agreed with you in doing it, but I still have my. I still
I'm trying
have
to save you, man. Don't trade. It's so bad for you, bro. I just worry about you, War Dog.
I have my degen bag, and I will never change.
Yeah, dude. I understand.
You have to take losses. So I'm just the thing is I go and I meet the founder, and I'm like I get to know him a little bit, and I'm like, this guy wants to win. So then I wait for his token to plummet, and then I'm like, I always believed in you. And then I show up, and then we work on his project from there, and it usually does really good. 'Cause I'm a digital artist, so like I'm just fortunate that I could change my reality with my own two hands.
You know, being able to have your like view changed, I think, is kind of important. You stand on your own morals, but yeah, like when you're wrong or something, like yeah, dude, you wrong,
Well,
bitch.
well, but what I'm saying, Mike, you're staking chill, master. You're staking chill. I
Steak
can
and
make
chill
things.
master number one.
I can make things. I can make things. I get on the computer and I draw pictures, and those pictures change my reality. So I invest in my talent. It's part of my fundamentals.
I'm a professional staker. Been
Yes,
doing it
you should definitely
now
invest in
for a
that.
couple months.
Oh, me too. I've been staking for 6 months.
You know what, dude? That's like the first step to therapy, baby. Hell yeah. Get out.
But
Keep on staking. I want to see your entire stack like put in for
oh
staking and
yeah,
be
yeah.
like, I'm just gonna stake.
That might happen someday.
It's salty. He's got some
Look,
FUD for us. What do you bring to the table today?
Going on, boys? Nothing, Mike. Nothing. I want to keep the peace. I actually have a bit of a. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Bit of a kind of a odd question. We want to keep an eye on like the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? When it comes to altcoins and their performance and relative to like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's gone up $4,000 or $5,000, and heck's still under three. Under yeah, it's still I mean it's seen three. So we need to watch that chart, right?
Uh, this is like I think like if it was like another type of like shit coin or something, like if it was one of like War Dogs coins, then yeah, maybe. But you know, we're
yeah,
starting. I think like I don't know, like I- I'm starting to see a little bit of decorrelation. Hex, you know, markets can go up and down together. Like, you know, I've looked at charts of like gold and silver, and like you'll kind of see them both rally and then one drop. It's not just automatically like opposite, but like I think that this is kind of showing like Hex is a little bit different from the rest of the market. I mean, it having like so everyone dumped, so it's just like it hasn't gone up yet. We'll see. I don't know. But like I just see like a little decorrelation and everything. You know, I've seen a lot of days where everything in the Hex ecosystem green as fucking shit with bigger numbers. And then you see like the you know the Bitcoin with like, oh, it's up 5% today, boys. We made like 1% yield just like the other day. So let's see if this is like actually decorrelation. I think that's the bigger thing. But for the rest of the altcoins, I do think salty like there's some correlation there because they're so heavily tied with the liquidity pools.
yeah.
Decorrelation, sorry, decorrelation. Like we're doing like the opposite then, like because I like for example, like if we went from 21K in Bitcoin down to whatever 18, I know we're dumping with Bitcoin. It's just that it's gone up and we're not really. We're just kind of lagging.
There's that chance, absolutely. But that doesn't mean that we have to or we will. Um, Past indicators are not a like representation of the future. Like, does that make sense?
We do perform well in bear market.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The reason I'm asking is more so on the Hedron Icosa sides, being that we're kind of correlated to Hex and all that. That's kind of why I'm asking.
I don't know. I get this like feeling like maybe we could see lower Hedron prices, but if like we see like like an RH stream where another teaser is happening like a few days before or after auctions or whatever, everybody will start, oh, got a FOMO buy. Know what Richard said is okay, and like I don't know. We'll have to see. I think that Hex could go up and Icosa go up, but like Hedron goes down or stays the same. There are a lot of people with big wallets of Hedron, and there is a lot of Hedron coming out. I think a lot of the Dolphins, I think, would like to. I think that they would stake their Icosa. Maybe they dump it, and it goes the opposite way. I don't know. Oh no, it's the god of Icosa. I'll sit down over here. Wattses are better than Icosa.
Bow
The god
down
of
to the
Icosa.
god.
Nah, WhatsApp is Icosa.
And Icosa full of Watsons.
There's a little market for like trading like Wattses and stuff. Like I'm not really doing it, but like sometimes you can find one's good listed price. I think I saw one at one point get burnt or like bought and burnt or something. So you got to make sure you're watching. As soon as Icosa runs, dude, those Wattses are gonna. Got to make sure you watch that you don't have one underlisted or uh or you keep your eye out for ones that are underlisted so you could buy it and then burn it as well.
Hey, do you think, guys, that Alex can build on top of Hedron something that converts Icosa and Hedron into NFTs and those get burned and you can sell it on the market?
I don't know what that beautiful beard can or can't do. Sounds like that beard can fucking code up anything.
I think he just sits at a computer and like a fucking set of like golden hands come out of his beard and then do all the fucking typing and coding work. And he just sits there and
Look, some of these guys can type like 140 words per minute, and then when you know all the code or lots of it, you're typing wizard.
I have like mental like retardation when it comes to typing. Like I type like a grandma. Like I'm typing like with one index finger on each one. THE and I type.
Like, imagine learning a bunch of code and then not having to work ever again.
I think it's important, if you did or to have a passion. It's gonna be golf.
I will say this though, guys, that the Watsa Watson holders are some of the most strongest diamond hands of all time.
Open mic, Rich.
Rich, Wealth, your mic is open. Are we at the checkout?
I'll do that. Like, just be like listening, chilling. Doing other stuff, just a guy playing in the background.
Would you guys not agree though that for sure I thought more watches would have been burned by now? I find the pool to be very strong with their hands so far. I'm pretty impressed.
You know, it's if we start seeing higher Icosa price or after the auctions, man, like some of those Wattses, man, they're gonna have a fucking ton of Icosa in them. And if we are seeing higher prices, is the selling pressure from the Wattses like gonna, nuke? Like I agree with you. Like, you saw a whole bunch of burns and now we're like kind of slowing down. But remember, every day, man, Icosa has been doing well, but it's like each of those Wattses just keep burning more and more. I haven't even like looked in a couple days. I don't even want to know how much fucking uh Icosas in these per million. Oh damn. It's like 1.54. No, it's like 1.5. Yeah, it's like 1.5 Icosa per million. So that's really good. Really close. There was some big burns over way less amounts than that.
All I know is I'm getting final tokens one way or another.
I heard something in chat about a wallet service not working. And when like it stopped like working with like the dApps or something. We don't lead them. Yeah, I heard it was a wallet service and it's not good. But yeah, we should probably tell people like, yo, don't use this because it's advertised as a good thing. Yeah, probably don't use it. Remember when everyone was shilling that shit? I don't know what the big deal was with it. All I've heard is bad things.
Speaking of shilling, I know that the guys last night on Discord Syndicate plugged Hedron and Icosa fucking hardcore last night. If anybody's seen that, it was awesome. Especially Kinetics there. He was actually giving props to the yield party and pushing people over our way. So pretty happy to see that last night. And hopefully we can get a little action here and Hex here. I'd love to see some life.
I'm addicted to green candles. Please feed me. But Kinetics and them, they actually gave props to Hedron, like what, during a stream, like an RG3 stream?
Yeah, it was RG3 Kinetics. That guy that was in here, Kool-Aid, right? Crypto Kool-Aid. And watching him last night was pretty enlightening, actually. A couple more guys. Oh fuck, what's his fucking name now? Brizology or whatever, Brizology and some other couple dudes. But no, they're all saying essentially that Alex is created perfection. Essentially, like they literally like said stuff. They said like it's almost perfect. Like it's
almost.
Yeah, last
Brisology is a dude. Man, Brisology is a dude.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know much about Brizology, but yeah, no, sorry, that was last night on the effing Hangout.
I didn't see it. I have to tune into that later myself.
Yeah,
because if all the fucking like boomer hex guys are now like, oh well, actually, like Hedron and Icosa, like, well, let's I'll have to see what their words were.
They're about to pump the fuck out of my bags.
The red Mexicans. Oh yeah, I think that Icosa must work.
The red hexagons. Boomer hex. Hex boomer.
Fuck, Richard's a boomer, guys. Who cares if they're boomers?
Based boomer.
There's nothing wrong with being a boomer. Just know you're a boomer.
Yeah,
Look,
we all know that you're a boomer, but we love
some
you.
some trust me, some
Cool
boomers
part.
are ridiculous.
Class warfare and generational warfare is a communist tactic.
That fucking commie shit again.
Yeah,
Fucking commie shit, bro.
I don't like the communism. I don't like it when people give up on their country.
It's all about free market.
I just happen to know 4 older people who yell at everybody every day, and then at their job, there's people who sit there and yell at each other every day. And then nobody else yells. Then no one wonders why no one likes them.
Oh, I thought Nomad was joining us for Yield Party. Damn, I thought he was going to join.
Yeah, no, this is Yield Party. I'm just saying I know a lot of people who like to yell, and they're older.
Don't let your boss let you down.
No. I don't have a boss. I just don't listen to people who like. There's some people that all they do is like yell. Like when they're talking, they start yelling.
Hey,
They're not even your boss.
I
You're
don't
just talking to
appreciate
them.
that.
Exactly.
Sorry.
There you go. Exactly.
are you
Just like,
talking
exactly
about?
like that. And they never learn that nobody likes them because they yell, and then it gets weird at a certain point.
Your arguments are full of shit, boy.
Exactly. I was in a weird situation where I was an artist and my dad was like, you need to play baseball and join the military. And I'm like, fuck you. But like it was like that. Yeah, but see, the thing is, it was like reverse. It was like complete reverse. The second that I slightly got his age, he became the disappointment. No. It's like the student has become the master. I am now disappointed in the person that is next to me because they are a failure, and I'm his kid. That was my life.
Sorry, son. I was on the closet. Now I came out.
Yeah, there's a bit of that.
But don't judge me. I'm old and sick.
It was the literal inverse role. It was kind of like imagine you had the classic father was telling you to go to the military, and then he's like yelling at you, and then as soon as you get around here his age, it's like it's the exact opposite. He needs to have a better work ethic. I had a better work ethic his whole life.
Yeah, and we love you, man.
Thank you.
By the way, I just was kidding, you know.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I would assume that, dude. Don't worry. Don't get low self-esteem with me. But I've just this is just what I'm saying. It's like the pessimism is slowing you down.
Yeah, it oxidates you, man. It takes you energy from you, and then you die sooner than being expected.
And then sometimes you'll get people around you that will like go back and forth with you, and it never ends.
Yeah, the same happened to me. You know, my father used to be angry all the time, and I'm trying to be the opposite. That's why I try to look at life more into to take the good side of life, you know, because every day it has 24 hours, so I can put in my mind good feelings and avoid those bad. You know, every day it has some weird situations that you have to confront, but it's a mind state that you choose how to do it. You know, I like the stoic way of thinking.
Yeah, at a certain point, I stopped talking to those types of people. Sometimes I be nice to them a little bit longer than I should, and I've learned that I never should do that again. When I talk to somebody for that long period of time it's hard to explain, but sometimes there's a certain level of intelligence that they have to be, or they're going to get offended by me every like 1 or 2 minutes I speak. Like I'll be talking to them, and I'll say 4 or 5 words. I'll say it fast. In their brain, that's like, whoa, how dare you speak fast? It's like, and they freak out about it. And then it's like you're setting off a trigger every 5 minutes, and then suddenly someone's blood pressure's up, and somehow that's your problem. And then one of them sounds off like a banshee, and then someone else comes in the room and starts blaming. It just keeps going and going and going and going, and it's every day. So I just stopped talking to them, which is normal for me.
Yeah,
Baller.
yeah, that's what I
Fuck,
like
fuck them
about
haters.
stoicism. You can't control what is happening outside of your mind. The only thing that you control is what in your mind is happening right now.
Yeah, it's always a trap with those types of people because 99% of the time they're normal, but then it's out of it. You always end up seeing somebody flip two-faced. It's weird because okay, like in a room with people, the one person in that room's two-faced, and somehow when that person flips to the second face, the other people just don't see it. But yes, they do. So then when you go in the other room and you talk about it, you're like, hey, didn't you just see how that person turned into a massive bitch just because we were talking near the TV? And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it's like, you got to confront those people.
$51.6 billion burnt, guys.
Sweet.
That's a
Say
good.
that
That's a
again?
pretty
What
good
happened?
day right there.
Fuck yeah, that's beautiful. How much was that? 51.6 billion. Hey, all right, thank you. I think we're what, like about a month away now from the next auctions? About a month, I think.
Yeah, it's like 29 or 30 days or something. It's really close.
Man, listening to the game theory, I guess it would be called, from Kool-Aid a couple days ago about God Whale and the next set of auctions and the massive amount of hex that he staked and how it's 45-day stakes. It's crazy to listen to and think about that.
Wait, what? 45 days stakes? What?
The God Whale staked like an insane amount of hex.
Oh, the hex.
A
Oh,
week.
okay.
Yeah, I remember, and I think he staked it for 45 days, and I think it ends around whatever, like right around auction time, and his whole game
Yeah,
theory he was doing up is makes you think. It's like, yeah, just
I think that,
listening
that
to that. Yeah, go ahead.
he will mint the Hedron from those hex stakes to buy those HSIs, and also he will ramp up the t-shirt rate of the t-shirts.
Yeah,
Does it really ratchet up that much? I thought the bigger pays better bonus was just such a small portion of it. I think Hexfire has that info. I'll check.
I don't know if Hedron will dump a little bit because of that, but who knows?
I don't even think about the price of Hedron anymore. I just know that my Hedron staked makes me my Icosa, and my Icosa makes me my Hedron, and then I don't think about anything other than that.
Yeah, I have some liquid Hedron just waiting to buy more Icosa. I mean, it's already staked, but it will end before the auctions.
Yeah, but what I'm doing, I just don't. I don't like. Icosa God has deep bags, obviously. So I like to use my Hedron to get Icosa, and I just like stake that, and then nothing. I think nothing of it.
Yeah, man, I'm pointing the same way as you.
But
I want
with
more Icosa.
it's the 30-day rotation. and then I'm doing a 30-day rotation into 90-day rotation.
Nice.
But I got tired of taking losses. I'm not taking losses anymore. So I did the math on how much more Icosa I'm going to need to make a 90-day minion and pay for the gas and then get some. So then it's like I'm no longer taking a loss on my compound. And then I can't wait for next month. Oh boy, this is like my Super Bowl because the auctions are going to be there, and I've literally accumulated literally as much Icosa as I could possibly have accumulated. And I actually ended up getting lucky where one of my stakes ended the day before the massive HSI buyback. So I added that to my total, which is not the best thing ever, but I got a huge percent of that and I noticed it and it felt really good. So that's just one thing I got.
Have you even tried like the HSI auctions or anything, Wardog?
No, it's just too long term. I don't value life enough to make long-term decisions like that.
Probably should change that view, but like, did you know that the HSI auctions, like, you can bid on them and you can also redeem Icosa and stuff. So you might be able to get a better deal on your Icosa. Depends on how much Hedron you have.
My Hedron has become my Icosa printer. I have exactly the amount of Hedron to make my 90-day minions, and that is what I afforded. I was putting it all into one bag, and I realized the flaw in that. But the thing is, I ended up paying less in gas, which was important because I'm not putting more money in. I'm just making money. It's only gains. I'm only going to realize gains. So that's instead of saying that I'm not getting more money in, I'll just start saying I'm only realizing gains.
Oh shit, dude. Everyone's fucking showing up tonight, dude. And these have been getting fucking good.
My thought process comes from a sense of logic of something that I cannot have that others have.
So wait, is Salty head out? Is he still here? Oh, did anyone else watch that stream with the RG3?
I watched it yesterday.
Well, I'm gonna tune in later on it. What was your
Nothing too relevant in my opinion. I mean, you already know everything you need to know.
They're like, oh, like Hedron Icosa is like actually not too bad, like kind of thumbs up, but a little bit at the angle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they actually, exactly. They ended up actually having to change subjects because RG3 was, I think, scared that Richard Hart would, you know, say something. I don't know. He had to move on after a while.
Yeah, and Brizology was talking about basic coin, and he was like, "Bro, you just talked about like Hedron and stuff, and like I'm not, I can't talk about ASIC." And they were like, "Nah, shut the fuck up," and they just kicked them out.
That's the best form of shilling.
But Richard embraced Hedron.
I
He
think
said it
embrace is
in,
a strong word.
He unembraced.
no, in one of his streams. He said that he loves what the Hexicans are building on
That's
top of
then.
Hex,
That's then. This
and
is now.
and he named it Hedron.
You don't think Richard is at some level two-faced? Just a little?
Was that said during the
No,
conference, or
no, it
He said
was
that a while back, like 4 or 5 months.
yes,
I think.
Yeah, he's a different attitude right now. It's hex only.
Literally he said Hedron.
When? A week ago? A day ago?
Richard says a lot of things, guys, and a lot of things he says are bullshit lies. Sorry.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't. He
I-
doesn't. Well,
I don't know about that. What bullshit lies is he given?
he's a liar. Yeah, I think. I think what he
Yeah,
means is that
of,
it's hex
of course.
only.
I mean, like you could argue like, oh, the decorrelation thing, but like literally everything is down. Like, even housing started to drop in certain areas. You know, that could be due to interest rates, but like what's the bullshit?
Of course,
There is
he's a
none.
poker player.
But
He's a poker
here's
player.
what they're pointing out. What they're pointing out is that yeah, he's a poker player, but
I
right.
I think he said gambling sucks in his book.
Okay, besides that, besides whatever Ghost guy, just I just ignore it. But what I'm saying is that he wants us to buy Hex only, so he's not going to promote coins other than Hex. Like they've mentioned this. He's playing. He's Team Hex. He's a Hex maximalist.
Of course, he's the founder. What else is he gonna pitch? He's gonna come on, guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to like think about it. Is like if I was Richard and like I, created this insane thing that allows anybody to build on top of it. I mean, I guess I would be really skeptical about what I talked about and how I framed it. As of Hedron still needs to not necessarily. I don't want to say prove itself, but it's like more like to see the full utilization of Hedron, we got some time to go just so that the loans are a little bit better value, I think. But
Yeah,
like
when he
but there's no bullshit, like I think. Like what
Let him
I
talk.
lied
believe
Let
about?
him say what are the lies? List them off. What are the lies?
if you want and give me a half an hour, I can come up with a huge list. The multiple. How about just pulse chain
I don't need a
alone?
half an hour. Just say some right now, dude. Rattle some off right now.
Sure. Okay. He said mid-May. That was wrong. He said he's buying a museum. That was wrong. He said multiple
I don't
times.
think the
2 more
museum's
weeks. 2
done
more
yet.
weeks. You know,
And
on and on
software
and
updates,
on.
he said he never
Let
promises that they'll be accurate.
let him talk. Let him get the list out. Come on.
My bad.
There's multiple ones, but he says things that just sometimes I wouldn't say he's a liar. I'd say he says things that don't come true
Then why say he lies?
because that's the definition of a lie, isn't it?
You said you wouldn't say he's a liar. Why would you say he lies?
Well, you got me on that one, but yeah, no, he does say things. My point is talk is cheap. You know what I mean?
Look,
Can't just.
I
He
hear that.
also said he believes in things that are finished and are complete and have market product fit. And if you give somebody money to do a thing, you'll find out he doesn't do that thing.
he's a bit of a salesman. I'm fine with that.
Can I respond to it? I'm
When
going
he
to
mentioned
respond to the
Hedron,
the May call. Before he called May, he said that software is hard and it's always late. He said it's always late over and over and over again, and he can't give a specific date. And he was spitballing a date in May. So that's not a lie. And the thing about the Pulse chain, where it's not a product yet, that's why he said it's a sacrifice. Kiss your money goodbye, have no expectations. And you're sitting here having all these expectations.
Coin guys like going around being like, "Hey guys, have the highest expectations possible." Like I don't know. I read the disclaimer and stuff, and like it was like, "Yo, bitch, you maybe not get any coins." So
I will
like,
say that in my opinion, when Richard Hart did mention like Hedron in that one video, I believed him on that. Like I do think he's kind of he respects Alex, and yeah.
But Richard also is full of contradictions. He said that you can expect anything from those sacrifices. Then he says 2 more weeks, 4 more weeks, mid-May, and so on. And then he knew that Polston will not going to will not land
Look,
will not
he's
land.
people want to keep asking him when Pulse Chain is. They want to keep asking him, so eventually he gives them an answer. If you didn't ask him, he would give you the real answer originally. Software's hard. It takes time.
I'll be real. I find this kind of funny, like the cock tease of Pulse Chain. It was like, oh, is it going to come out? Oh, lower gas fees. Oh no, it's not ready yet. Damn it. Like, I don't know.
Richard said you can mint babies and trees out of nowhere. So I don't understand what did he mean with this.
Decent yield, guys.
Yeah, but I prefer that the delay, you know, of posting because it gave us it give us more time to accumulate Hedron and Icosa and prepare our bugs to get it double.
Yeah. That's why I'm positioning my bags to be zero cost to me and only yield gains. Like I'm positioning to stake for ETH too.
Yeah.
What? You're gonna stake ETH?
I'm staking and I'm getting ETH so that way I can compound for free.
Oh, okay. Okay. But you're not like actually doing the ETH staking, right?
No, it's an altcoin, no show. But I'm positioning my bags to to get rid of its weaknesses so that I can basically sit here and do nothing but listen to Mike teach me how to stake better.
You can stake also GMX.
I'm still learning too, brother. I don't even know.
That's okay. I'm learning at the same time.
Stake GMX and you can earn ETH.
Yeah, yeah, sure. That sounds like a good idea. I just don't do that. Had to become a whale, so I made a desperate degen play. And now I'm benefiting from their future innovation, and it's nice.
Nice.
Admin keys?
No, it's DeFi.
But that doesn't answer my question. Does it have admin keys?
No, there's no admin keys.
So it never gets updated ever again?
Yep. Never updated again.
Oh, okay.
DeFi. Yep, immutable.
It was true DeFi. Oh, it's rare in crypto. I remember just thinking, like, dude, there were some things I thought were true DeFi, and then they weren't.
It's audited by Solid Proof, and its code is audited by other people too. People we like. Another cool thing that he has for his rep is that he's fully doxed. Like you can get his first and last name. You can get where he lives. The government knows. The government knows exactly where he lives. He's doxed by Google and Apple, and he runs his own real business, and he has his own team of code. So literally, he could get arrested if he rugged. So that's why I trust it. And I met the guy, and he's a nice guy. And now I work with him.
Well, I'm like, dude, hasn't there been like plenty of rug pulls with like people like they don't go to jail?
Yeah. Yes. It could be
It's
that.
always warn. It's just like that warn thing, man. Like I remember like this one fucking thing, man. They made it seem like it was pure DeFi and shit, and then it just like it locked everybody's LP and staking coins, so you couldn't get out, and then they dumped on everybody's head. So just watch out for you, brother. You know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't beat you up if I didn't fucking care, brother. You know.
Watson. The man.
War dog.
Yeah, the man who's behind the token is a very kind and caring person. So he's a better man than you and I believe. Hopefully that means he won't steal from me.
You're about to lose all your money, bitch. I'm calling it.
Okay. We'll see. I promise you. I will be a legend one day. It's just a group of hexagons who are investors who made their own token. So, and the leader's a cool dude. So I'm in. It's like a friend, and I'm like going on like I got like a dev team and stuff, and I'm gonna make a 2D fighting game someday. See, the thing is, I don't have to shield the token because I don't want to shield the token. I'm not supposed to be shielding tokens, so I can do it. But I am going to make a 2D fighting game.
Have you started on it at all?
Yes, actually, yes. I made
Nice.
the graphic novel for it. It's storyline, and I'm currently working on the sprites. And the boss's son is a dev, and he wants to make video games, and he's an investor in the token. So like, I chill with this dude, play like Overwatch and stuff. It's just cool, man. It's cool. Is there sick gains? No.
Play Valorant?
Overwatch.
Do you know the game? But do you know Valorant?
Valorant? Yeah, I like it. Yeah, but it's I like the what I hate about Valorant the most is when the character does a flashbang and it blinds the screen. I hate it so much. I can't play.
Yeah.
Everyone hated me. Everybody hated me, bro.
Why is it that you can't play? Does this
Because
becomes too bright or what?
no, it's not that it's too bright. It's just that I actually like let's say in Call of Duty when you get hit with a flashbang, it sucks to look at it. But when it's turning from whiteness, I could still shoot people. But
Do you have blue eyes? Do you have blue eyes or something
that
like,
won't make
that?
a difference. You really can't see.
Yeah, because if someone has brown eyes or more dark, it's not so hard in the eyes.
Yeah, you can't see. You can't. First of all, what it does is it puts two colors in front of you. With it's red and brown. So when during the flashbang effect, you can't see through it. If it is just that's enough to make me hate the game. It's about half a second you actually can't see, no matter what color your eyes are. It's not really relevant. But with the flashbang in Call of Duty, it's like a split second. You can't see. It's just one bright light, and then you can see. So then I can still deal with it. It feels fun. But just because they can blind each other, I hate it. It's just boring.
If you play with a higher sense, you can turn your head. If the flashbang explodes when you're like looking at it from the side, it's not going to blind you as much.
Yeah, that's just not fun. I'd rather play Halo or. I just don't think flashbangs ever actually really been that fun because when I'm actually like abusing that light stuff, I get like crazy busted. Like in Battlefield, I was using shotguns with flashlights, and that could not have been fun for people I was killing because.
Dude, you need to have flashbangs, otherwise you can't rush anything. And also, when there's a sniper sitting long far away, you have to kind of like blind an angle for him. Otherwise, you're not gonna go past the place that he's spotting.
That's why I like Splitgate. Splitgate. I like it's free to play. It's like Halo with jetpacks and snipers and teleports. And there's no grenades, which is weird. But I like Halo, and I just don't like. I don't like being blinded while playing. It's not fun.
Oh yeah, Splitgate. That's the one of the portals and stuff. It was Portal and like a BR, like a battle rifle shooter.
Absolutely, it's fun.
What was the character from Valorant that did all the blinding? I can't remember.
It's usually people who play rushers. So you have like a dude named Phoenix. He has flash.
Oh.
There's another guy. He can blind through the walls. Man, what was his name?
Yeah, almost all the.
And like
I used to play that guy. What was his name?
in League of Legends, every character with like a silence that completely locked down everything, they slowly remove that because it just isn't there's a lot of people who don't find it fun.
Help me. What was the name of the character that shot the flashbang through the walls? Everybody hated him. I can't remember. I used to play him. Fuck. It's not coming to me. Help me here.
The guy who does like pump from the air.
Yeah, I know who it is. Breach.
Ah, Yeah, that's who it was.
It's just like, so the other aspect of it is it's like, it's still fun. It's still kind of fun. I played it for a little bit, Valorant, but when you have one life and you come around the corner and then you get blinded, now you're not supposed to get blinded, but you just die. It's like, it's just that's, and then now you're sitting there waiting till the match is over. Or I could go play League of Legends and Halo, and if I die, I only have to wait a small timer. That round-based gaming is just kind of a yawn.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a beauty to it. There's a beauty. There's some games are just more fast paced.
I
But
don't
some games
appreciate
do-
its beauty at all. I don't like waiting in between action.
Yeah, well, the longer you have to wait in between action, generally, the more effort you're gonna put into not playing like a shitter and avoiding dying. But like that is one of those things that makes you a better player over time. Because you don't want to
I
get
was a
punished.
shitter at Valorant, dude. I was a shitter at Valorant. But man, I beat up the shitters fucking down there though, dude. Do breach with what was the auto shotty called? The it was the something.
Yeah, I just liked.
Mordog,
I
what was the
like.
name of it?
Oh, I don't remember. It was like a fancy word, but I know exactly what we're talking about. I like to use the lady who can dash and then use the shotgun. I love
Yeah.
that shotgun.
Jet.
Jet.
Yeah, Jet. But I was much more into Mortal Kombat. I was number 333 at one point, and I played against a lot of people, like a lot of really good players. I just don't have fun in games where I can get like flashbanged almost ever. I do like flashbanging, but then I stopped liking it too. Like, I remember there was one game where you basically shined a flashlight in their eyes, and I'm like, this is kind of boring.
So did you like one trick on Valorant?
Yeah, absolutely. I liked one trick, trick 2G.
Who?
Oh, one trick. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
just played Jet
so
one
like
trick.
what other heroes did you play besides Jet?
Just Jet. I always one trick.
What kind of like loadout were you doing? I
Literally,
I did the like auto shotty.
Yes, that's exactly what I did. I got the auto shotty, and then I rolled all her spells. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. My favorite thing to do would to be like kind of fly in and place a dot in front of like the sniper, so then they can't see in it, and then just like shoot them with the shotgun. It's really funny, but sometimes you get sniped doing that, so it's not the best idea.
What game are you guys talking about?
Valorant.
Oh,
It's like CS:GO with spells.
yeah, I used to be really into CS. I played when I was in high school. I used to play like 10 hours a day, and I was on like one of the top 5 teams in the world.
Wow, did you drink a lot of Mountain Dew?
Yeah, that was actually the problem, was that we started to lose to people who were literally meth addicts. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to become a fucking meth addict just to win this game. So I stopped playing.
Yeah. That's why I like Mortal Kombat. And just so good that it didn't fucking matter. They could smoke all the meth they want, they'd still get smoked. What if you just 420 blaze
So
a god
you
mode?
said you were playing with that dude recently in OW, Overwatch recently. Did you play the new one or the old one?
Overwatch 2?
Yeah, like was that the one
Yeah.
you played, or did you play the old one?
I played the old one. I was Overwatch OG. I got like platinum when the ranking system was kind of fucked up, and I was like Genji, and Genji was busted, so I got that far. And then later on, I came back, just played it all the way through years. But now I'm playing Overwatch 2, and I'm really enjoying Roadhog.
Yeah. He is definitely one of those heroes, man. You get punished just over and over and over again. Hook across the map, one shot, bitch.
Did I know? I can't even justify playing any other character sometimes.
Did they remove any characters?
No, they upgraded.
I hope they keep
Oh, no.
adding them more often, like League
No,
of
they
Legends.
did remove one, didn't they? Yeah, they did remove one, didn't they, War Dog? Who's the
Yeah,
character
May,
that-
but they got it. They brought her back. They brought her back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, they brought her back. She was needed. She was needed. Without her, there just wasn't a character that could answer to every character. So then,
So, what was it, Anna or?
yeah, it was the little frost bitch.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's annoying to play with, but the play against. But the thing is in a fighting game, you have to have a character that kind of answers to everybody. Make it easy to play and just keeps the balance, because what happens is they get lazy and somebody gets overpowered as fuck.
I
And
like.
then when
Go ahead.
when a character in a MOBA or any game like that gets overpowered as heck, they always have to have a lockdown character, so that's like you can just play that lockdown character. That's my favorite thing to do, to be honest, is I like to position slow roll people.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing about May, was tricking people into going to places that would get them killed. Like you put a wall on one side of the payload and then your whole team's on the other side.
That bitch
Yeah,
is cold as ice.
I can't wait till there's a new Mortal Kombat. I'll probably be getting it on the PC just because it's been such a long time, and then I'm probably going to be one of the best Mortal Kombat players too. So I can't wait.
I've been sick twice in the last 2 months with COVID, I think. And so I'm thinking about moving to the jungle and just playing video games for like 5 years, because I'll get fucking bored.
Send me your gamer tag, dude.
We cannot play Mortal Kombat, and make a team. What about that?
I'll play Mortal Kombat, but you'll get prepared.
I will use Unicage.
You can. Oh boy. I have a character in Mortal Kombat. It's Reptile. I have at my peak. I had 980 wins and 4 losses, 2 from teabagging too much.
Sub-Zero.
I played Sub-Zero, played Liu Kang. I have played the whole roster.
My favorite Mortal Kombat is the Mortal Kombat 3.
Who's your favorite
Played
character?
on Super Nintendo.
Who's your favorite character?
I like Cyrex, Scorpion,
I like Ermac.
Sub-Zero, the classic ones, from the Mortal Kombat 1. Raiden, I like it. Reptile.
I play a lot of like Kenshi, Reptile.
Wait, which Mortal Kombat are you playing? Is it the newest one out that you like?
Mortal
Because each one
Kombat
had their own
9.
like divisions, I think, or something, right?
I played
Like
Mortal
Mortal Kombat's like hardcore.
I played Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat 10, and Mortal Kombat 11, and I'm always ranked in the top 1,000. Sometimes I'm even close to the top 10.
What, did you do one trick like Reptile on all of them?
Nope. I'm just somebody who has like a ridiculous amount of reflex and positioning. So I pick a control character, and then if you make the wrong step, I reduce your odds until you're in the corner. And then I expose people to a lot of 50-50s at whatever range they're at. In Mortal Kombat 10, with the new Johnny Cage and stuff, I was a what's her name? Frost main. I was the girl version of Sub-Zero, and I was real so ruthless. I just stopped playing because I got tired of it, just winning so much. Sometimes you get to a point where when you log on, all you do is win, and it actually gets boring.
Wait, there's a chick Sub-Zero?
Yeah, she was
What
super
was her name
cool.
again?
Frost.
Frost? Oh,
Sub-Zero.
okay.
Here's what made it hilarious. She had the longest range down B poke, and then she had another long range move that was like an ice lunge, kind of like Reptile's elbow dash. And then she could put you at a lot of frame disadvantages, and at the same time you can pepper them with artillery. So as the same time you like combo them, you can chain your combos together with your projectiles. And if they don't understand any of that jazz, you can defeat them the second that you move 2 steps back, or you could position them in a corner to like medium rage. Instead of standing in front of them and putting fist pressure, I'm at a medium rage, backing you into the corner slowly, icing you in, and it was just so good. It was really good, and that's what I love about fighting games. I go find the cheesiest character and I just get to like the top. I get messages of like people threatening me all day long, because when I log on, it's like that. Just there's very few people that can win. Sometimes I play against the world champions too. Like I remember I played against Chris G, Marvel vs. Capcom world champion, and I didn't beat him, but it was close, and he did not like that.
Did you ever win like a first place or anything?
Yes, I would go down to the locals, and there when I was in the second chair, somebody said to me, he was like, "Hey, somebody said one of the best Mortal Kombat players of all time lives in Kansas," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's me." And I was in second place, and I was high on dab, and some guy, he decided to hide his cursor, but I already knew what character he was playing. So then I sit there and I listen to how many clicks it was, and then I counterpicked it because I knew how many clicks I could hear. I could know which character he was. And then when the loading screen rolled out and he saw that I counterpicked him, he looked at me, and I just like smiled, and I was like, "You can't hide your cursor from me. I know what character you want to win with. It's the clutch, man." And his name was Peter. It was such a great moment. I counter pick. I didn't even have a main. I would just pick the character I thought you had the worst matchup, and then I just knew that character better than the other person knew their main. That's just, it was as simple as that. But I could never beat anyone in the top 10 easily. There was a guy named Rio that from the very beginning of me playing against him, I almost never won. And I mean, I won a few times, but I knew that if I went to Worlds, I knew I would have to play against Rio. The problem is, I beat him, but the thing is, at 100 games, he's going to win 90 of them. So why the hell would I show up if Rio's going to be there? And then I beat Perfect Legend, which is actually the world champ, quite a few times. But the thing is, if Rio's there, I'm not going to be able to beat Rio. And then there's other players there I just can't beat either. So it's like I never show up to Worlds.